Now, let's look at the shapes of our burdens. Burdens come in many different shapes. And I want you to see if a burden that you have resembles any of this, then we'll tell you what you can do, if Allah wills, to be able to remove it. There's the burden of secrets that you fear, that your best friends might expose to the people. People have secrets that they have kept in people's hands. The fear, the dread of rumor, the fear of being found out is a burden for some people. He has some secrets he has kept in the hands of some friends that he cannot trust anymore. If this secret should come out, it is going to be so devastating that the whole person's life will crumble. That's the burden some people are carrying about in their lives. Then the burden of bad habits, the burden of destructive addictions, the burden of suicidal thoughts, uncontrollable evil endeavors that torment the soul. That's the burden some people are carrying about. Some suggestions in his mind that he should kill himself. Some wiswas, some nazg that is going through, that is making him to be driving. He's driving, and something inside his mind will tell him, why don't you hit that pole and end it all? Something inside his mind is making him, why don't you drive inside the ditch and just die? There had been some destructive thoughts that this person carries about as burden. And if you tell somebody that, look, I feel like killing myself, everybody will say, with all of these good things that are happening in your life, that is one other burden. Then there's the burden of laboring hard without any type of recognition or appreciation. When your best efforts are taken for granted by those who should appreciate you, when your contributions are not acknowledged, when a pleasant responsibility has now turned to a cumbersome yoke, when you work day and night and there's no result coming out of it, it's a heavy burden. It's another type of burden on its own. When all those who are supposed to cheer you on and appreciate you, they don't even see you doing anything. It's a heavy burden when the same people who are supposed to praise you are the same ones that are criticizing you. Even when you know between you and Allah you are doing your best. It's another shape of burden on its own. Then there's this burden of drowning in the grinds of everyday hustles, yet no one is ready to rescue you. The burden of crying out for help, yet you are being abandoned by those who promised to always be there for you. Friends who you have helped before, when you cry out for help for them, they make you feel they have better things to do. They make you feel some other things have more priorities, and they treat you as if you are not important, and they treat you as if your problem doesn't matter. Allah Akbar. And then they take you for granted. Everybody takes you for granted, even when you see that you are working hard every day. Whatever the shape of your burden, may Allah grant you strength. May Allah grant you the strength and the patience and the way out of every difficulty and every burdensome situation. May Almighty Allah have mercy on us, and may Allah forgive us our sins.